All right, guys, what's up? Welcome back to Average Takes. Today, we got the NFL mock draft. I don't know what the hell's coming out of my mouth right now. NFL mock draft. We got senior draft analyst Shenny over there. I got senior draft analyst Collin, senior draft analyst Bob over here. We are going to be selecting our mock draft, but a little bit differently. We're not going to all agree to a player. We are going to each get assigned the teams in order based on the draft. So I'm going to start with the 1, Colin's going to start with the 2, and Shenny will get the 3rd pick, and then we'll just so on go as that. Shenny, how you feel?
Well, I feel great. We brought our senior draft analyst Colin Buckets in here, so I'm excited to see the knowledge that's going to be in this podcast. It's going to be absolutely insane, and we're probably going to nail every pick 32 for 32. That's what I'm feeling.
I think we could guarantee that Average Takes is going to put their special stamp on this mock draft. How you feeling, Colin?
Oh, I feel great. We're going to get this started with this mock draft. I got a little knowledge on the football side, but we'll see how it goes.
All right. Well, I guess that means I'm on the clock. And the Jags are going to be selecting the defensive end out of Michigan, Aiden Hutchinson. I think that's the best overall pick for the Jags at this time. I mean, they do not need an offensive lineman. You might be getting it. I don't know, but this first round pick, it's going to be in Vegas this year. We forgot to even mention that. That's going to be exciting, huh, Colin? Are you Vegas Raiders fan over in the house?
Yeah, I would be excited if we actually had a pick in the first round, but
no, you're still excited. Your first round pick is Davonte Adams. Nice try.
Yeah, exactly. Basically. I'm going Hutchinson out of Michigan. I mean, he was monstrous. I know they're saying he might have a little bit short of arms, but I think he's a big upgrade for that defensive end position for the Jags. And they're building a team. You have to build somewhere in defense and start going young defensive end. Defensive ends make a huge impact on this game. We see it. You see it in Max Crosby, Joey Bosa, TJ Watt. You just see them impact the game in such massive ways day in and day out on those Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays. So Hutchinson for the Jags, I think this is swinging a homer of a hit.
Yeah, I think that's
weird. I don't think he's going number 1.
That's fine. I am the Jags, so.
Oh, I agree with Bob. I think Aiden is going number 1. You're pairing him with Josh Allen over there on both ends. Josh Allen is one of the top pass rushers right now too. He's pretty good for how young he is. And just having another guy to take some pressure off him would be good for that defense over there. So I'm on the clock now.
Yep. Lions are on the
Lions. Clock. The Lions. A lot of you might think that they're gonna get a quarterback right here, even though they got Jared Goff, but I think they go with safety Kyle Hamilton out of Notre Dame.
Oh, really? You're going?
Yeah, I think they take him.
Safety pick early.
Yes, I think that's the right spot for him to fall. That defense needs a lot of work over there. There's not much they got going on over there right now. You could see them in last season coming back in those games. They got to fight really hard in those games, and it all lies on Jared Goff's shoulders. Jared Goff can't be doing that every single game. He's not really that type of quarterback to have to rely on, or I wouldn't want to have to rely on him every single game. Sorry, French, if you're watching this, but that's a little rough.
But this is a huge pick here because everyone was saying that, yeah, he was the best player in the draft. He had the mechanics, the athleticism, but safeties don't really go that high, So they were saying that you could get him a little bit lower. So that's kind of a stretch there. But, in my own mock draft, I actually have the Lions taking Kyle Hamilton. So I feel like that is a good pick all the way around. I think he's the best player on the whole board. So fits.
Way too early. I am furious if I am the Texans right now, which I am. So now on the clock, Houston Texans. They need just about every single position possible I guess there's not really a bad pick here because every position is needed. But I'm just gonna have to go with the best on the board, and that's gonna be Kayvon Thibodeau out of Oregon. He is probably the best pass rusher in the draft. And since I need everything, that's exactly what I'm gonna take is boost the pass rushing. Kayvon Thibodeau, Oregon.
Wow. I mean, that's a great pick. On a lot of big boards, he's a top 3, top 5 pick all day, every day. So that's definitely an upgrade for the Texans in this time. So it seems like I am on the clock with the first selection for the Jets. They have 2 in the first round or 3 in the first round. Holy smokes. Oh, did they trade one?
4 and 10,
Oh,
I think.
4 and 10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
4
4
and
and 10.
Get an updated mock draft, buddy.
Yeah,
They
holy
had,
smokes.
They did have another one though, but I don't know.
They
traded
traded
to
it.
somebody.
They traded to the Eagles, it looks like. What the heck?
What number is it on there?
Whatever. I don't know. I'm lost in the sauce.
Oh,
All
First one of the 2.
Whatever. Yeah, I got the Jets right now at this
2 in the
pick.
top 10.
This is a hard pick for me because it seems like the Jets need a lot of players. And they could go a lot of ways, but I think upgrading offensive line here, and it's always a great pick, and I think you could get the best tackle off the board. I'm going to go with Evan Neal out of Alabama. Go get a great tackle, pair him up with your other young tackle you have over there. Maybe kick him inside if you have to. I'm going to go Evan Neal. He's a big boy, so I think he slides in wherever you need him. And they could spend their second pick with a wide receiver or a corner or whatever way they want to go. But Evan Neal, I like that right there.
Yeah, I like that too. Because they just got rid of Moses.
Yeah, exactly. You let Moses walk,
there, so
and you fill a hole that had left. So
yeah, I think that's a great spot for him too. And for Evan Neal's talent right there, I think it's best spot you can get him at.
yeah, exactly.
All right, I'm on the clock
Collin is on
for the first of the Giants picks. Pick number 5. I think they got a lot of needs over there in that Giants organization. They need a little help with Danny Dimes over there on that O line. I think that they're going to take one of these offensive tackles over here. I don't really know how to pronounce his name. Ikem Ikwanu out of
North
North Carolina State.
Call him Icky.
You want me to call him Icky?
That's his
That's his nickname?
nickname.
Did you give that to him, or is that actually his nickname?
No, that's what it says on the NFL app. Icky.
Icky. All right.
Well, I mean, another tackle off the board, 2 great tackles starting early. Those guys could go either or,
Yes.
this early in the draft is whoever they like more. And I know Icky is definitely up there in the tackle rankings. So it's a great pick. Great pick. Now we got Carolina Panthers, Trevor, on the clock.
Carolina Panthers now on the clock. They have already confirmed rumors that they're going to pick a quarterback. 6th overall, they got to go with the best quarterback available, and that is going to be Kenny Pickett, franchise-changing quarterback going to the Carolina Panthers. I think him and CMC in that backfield, Panthers are going to love that. They're going to run with it. Kenny Pickett, Carolina Panthers.
Sheesh. I know that there was a lot of rumors this offseason with them and quarterbacks, obviously. Kenny Pickett, Malik Willis. And, at the draft, you saw the head coach and the GM sitting there talking to Kenny. And I know part of my take brought this up because they have absolutely perfect knowledge of the game. But they saw the coach and the GM ask him about his hands and then, them nod and give each other the googly eyes. So I think that is definitely an option for them. And I think that, you can't go wrong there. They have a need at quarterback. It's just who they like more, whoever they like more, they're going to take. And I like Kenny. I don't think he's the best quarterback in the.
I think he could have went better than
Yeah, I
Kenny
definitely
at
think,
that spot.
Yes.
No shot.
He's got small hands, dude. Very
Doesn't
small
matter.
hands.
He did a fake slide. He literally changed the rule by himself.
You're right. He
You're
did
right.
change the rule.
You're right. He did
That
change
slide
the
was
rule.
OP. That slide was gnarly.
All right, so I'm on the clock with the Giants' next pick. This is kind of hard because where did we go?
Tackle.
We went tackle in the first, so you already helped him out in the O line, and so I mean the Giants have a lot of holes. They needed the O line bad. They needed defensive and some linebackers. I guess I'm gonna take. This is a hard one. I'm gonna take Trayvon Walker out of Georgia. I think the Giants upgrade huge on their defense. Trayvon Walker is going to be one of the top linemen taken in this draft. Everyone's hype on him. You know, there talks about him going higher than even that. So I feel like seeing that name on my board right now kind of lit me up. So I think if the Giants have that option there, I mean, stick him next to Leonard Williams on the line and let them go ham.
Yes, I was looking at that guy too for the Giants right there at that 7 spot. Trevor Walker, that guy, he's an animal out there, man. Him and Jordan Davis last year on Georgia's team, they were unstoppable on that D line. And pairing him next to a guy like Leonard Williams is going to be pretty good for him. And then Leonard Williams giving some of his veteranness, showing him how it works in the
NFL.
game.
I like that. Collin, you are up with the
The
Falcons.
Atlanta Falcons. All right. They got a lot of needs over there too. They got rid of Matty Ice, you know. They got my guy, Marcus Mariota, over there quarterbacking. But I'm not going to pick a quarterback. I think I'm going to help out their secondary over there. There's a bunch of guys on the board right here. A bunch of guys are going to probably be upset with my pick that I'm going to take here. Everybody's all hyped on Ahmad Gardner sauce. I'm going to go with Derek Stingley. Derek Stingley, if you see him on that run that LSU made with Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Joe Burrow, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Grant Delpit, he was a very, very important part of that defense in shutting down the receivers of Clemson. He really can change the game when he's healthy. He's got to get healthy. He's got to stay healthy and just continue to battle out there.
Health might be a reason why he actually falls in this draft.
That's my only thing. His health, if he falls, that's the reason he falls.
That's a good pick here because, I mean, before this draft, I felt like he was considered a top 5 player. Like when he's healthy, he's absolute stud over there playing corner. So
I mean, if you're playing corner and then you're going up against Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase for the last 5 years in practice every single day, I would imagine he's pretty good.
Yep.
Exactly. All right, Trevor, you are up.
Um,
The Seattle Seahawks.
Seattle Seahawks, man, no more Russell Wilson first year, no more Bobby Wagner. The Legion of Boom completely diminished. Every team, every player from their Super Bowl team.
This is a huge draft for them. Like, I'm sorry to interrupt you and your team from making their pick, but this is a huge draft because Seattle definitely made a huge change, getting rid of Russ, sending him to Denver. And this is either they're going to try to still compete. They got some wide receivers. I mean, that offense is still good. Got a great tight end now, Noah Fant.
Yes, love Noah Fant.
Are they going to try to upgrade at the quarterback, or are they going to help defense, O-line? Russ asked for O-line forever.
Yeah, true. I think they need to.
I mean, it's up to the Seahawks. So the pick is in.
The pick is in. I think when you're rebuilding, you got to start from the most important position. So I think you can't go in this season with Drew Lock as your best quarterback on the team. I'm going quarterback here. Matt Corral going to Seattle.
What in the world?
Are you serious?
Are you jinxing this draft right now?
You take
No,
and then you take Matt Corral.
Yes,
Malik Willis.
Bro, Malik Willis played D1 AA. I hate quarterbacks who can't play against
right.
competition.
Do you know what school he came from before that?
Nope, don't care.
He played at Auburn.
He went to
SEC.
Liberty. That's all I see.
SEC.
All I see is Liberty.
I thought they were going to go offensive line.
You thought offensive
No.
line? I was thinking quarterback too.
I don't even know
I was thinking
where
like, he's not even on there.
ranked 52 in the draft.
Chinny's
Ranked-
thinking out the box over there today.
Yep, and I seemingly like it with the Jets up at this time, and it's my turn with the Jets again.
2 Jets.
You're
And
ruining
I
the
know
Jets. Hope
I
you
know
that.
exactly what I'm doing.
You're ruining them.
Sauce.
You're taking Sauce. That's great.
I got the sauce
You
in.
can't put.
in-
Don't put him in New York.
And the pick is in. Sauce Gardner. You know, the Jets have lacked a top corner since Darrelle Revis days, and that is far long ago, 10 years at this time. They need to spend a first round pick on a corner. Go get your lockdown kid. Go get someone who's going to stick in your franchise for the next 5-6 years, and he's going to lock up your division.
Yes.
That's what you need. Jets need some help on defense. He's the best player off the board. Go get him. All right, Colin. You got the Washington Commanders, man, going in the first year as the Commanders. You are making the first pick in the Commanders' history.
So it's gotta be a good one, I'm assuming.
It got to be a good one.
All right. So it says they need a quarterback, but they just got Carson Wentz. I'm not too high on the Carson Wentz train. So they could draft the quarterback of the future in this draft based on the way we've been drafting it.
I mean, that makes
Oh,
total
no.
sense.
That would make no sense.
so the way that we've been drafting it, I'm probably not gonna take that actually.
I mean, this draft is quarterback heavy so far. 2
It
picks
is,
in the
yeah.
top 10.
Yeah, I mean, but I feel like that offensive line is still going to need a little help over there. They just lost Brandon Sheriff.
You know what makes sense to me is a trade in this spot.
A trade. They
You
could.
just traded for Carson. You don't really have as much capital as you'd like for this draft. This to me smells like a good situation for a team that's quarterback hungry because you just got Carson. So you feel good at Carson. There's one solid quarterback left on the draft. I mean, if I'm a GM and I see the Washington Commanders selecting here, I can only see someone trading up.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Let's see who they got on here who can do a trade.
Sherry,
with.
do you have a team in mind that would trade up to this position?
Not really.
Not really.
Maybe the Patriots.
The Patriots
The
would trade
Patriots?
up? I do not see that.
Maybe the Saints.
21 Saints. They already traded with their picks for who they trade with?
The Eagles.
The Eagles. Yes, they swapped picks with the Eagles already. Do you think they trade up again?
Nope.
All right, so I guess we cannot come to a trade. So it looks like the Commanders will be selecting.
I'm
can.
just gonna go with the top guy on the board here. I'm gonna go Carl Cross from Mississippi State, the tackle. I believe he plays a little bit of guard actually too.
I mean, him
Nope,
being
I'm
the
wrong.
him being the top tackle on the board is a solid spot.
Yeah, you can't ever go wrong with offensive linemen.
Never.
It's always a need for the team, and his film at Mississippi State and the SEC, playing against some of the top players in the college football, speaks for itself out there. So I think he'll be a good addition to the Commanders over there.
All right,
Great pick.
Minnesota Vikings are on the clock. Trevor,
Yeah, and I think they had like the 32nd rushing defense in the league last year. So clearly D-line is a big hole. But I think I'm going to go with the opposite mindset here, and I'm just going to stack up on my strengths. So I'm going to go Jameson Williams out of Alabama, wide receiver, going to the Minnesota Vikings. Wow. What a
that
pick
doesn't
from
make
Minnesota.
any sense to me, Trevor.
Because you
They
don't
have
see it like
so
I do.
many needs.
You don't see it like I do.
All right. Well, that leaves Houston.
If you give,
with
this is their mindset. If they
Our
pick
draft's
a wide
looking great.
receiver,
I feel like my draft is looking awesome right now.
if
Me too.
if they pick a wide receiver, their mindset is what excuse does Kirk Cousins have now?
I mean,
Kirk
to
Cousins,
blame the defense.
Yeah, he played.
That's
great
his
He played pretty
excuse.
good last year.
Yeah, the Vikings offense does about as much as it can do game in and game out.
This is the deep defense draft.
All right. Well, I'm selecting with the Houston Texans. This is 13th pick. Man, the Texans need everything. So I am going to start off a very deep run of wide receivers. If Trevor's going to take Jameson Williams, I'm going to take Drake London.
Perfect fit for him.
I think that is, I mean, they need every position. I think it honestly is who they like more. On
Thibodeau and Drake London, man, they were really recruiting the Pac-12.
Oh, yeah, they were. I think I was in those games.
They were all over the Pac-12.
All right.
We're sitting with the Baltimore Ravens with an early pick, and it seems like a couple years.
Yeah, they haven't had an early pick in a while. They've made some pretty decent runs for the season last few years, but that defense needs to bulk up their D line. They got old man over there, Calais Campbell. He still gets the job done, but his time's almost up in the NFL. So I think they're going to go out and get a defensive lineman, and Jordan Davis out of Georgia.
Wow.
Ooh, what a pick.
Wow.
What a pick.
Heard he has a bad motor, to be honest.
You heard wrong. Would you get in front of him?
I'm just saying he gets tired. He has a slow motor. He's not. He's
Huge.
That's fine, but
NFL
The
does
NFL.
a lot more rotating than colleges do. Colleges, you need just like high school. You're in there every play.
Yes.
NFL, you're rotating a lot. They see you dying. All right, time to go to the bench to get a cool down because NFL's full speed.
You should know, Shinny. TJ Watt's not in there every single play.
it seems like it because every play he's in is a fucking sack.
Well, just because every time there's something that happens doesn't mean he's in every play. He's just in every play that happens. Something happens.
That's funny.
He's just that good.
Yeah.
All right,
He's so
Shani,
fire.
you are
He's
on the
so
clock
fire.
with the Eagles' first pick in the first round, which they have 2.
Since they have 2, well, I'm gonna go back to my wide receiver throne, and I'm going to go Chris Olave from Ohio State to the Philadelphia Eagles.
Wow. Eagles need a wide receiver. I
Olave.
mean, it seems like they take him every single year, but they miss year in and year
I think
out.
it's the last 4 years they've done wide receiver.
Doesn't seem to really pan out for the team.
I hope so, because Chris is a buddy from my little brother. He played football with him, so for Chris to get drafted in the first round is really good for him. He's a good player.
Yeah, that's freaking awesome.
He's going to Philly. With
All
the
right,
harshest
so
fans.
it's my turn with the New Orleans Saints.
The
And
Aints.
this is an absolute awesome spot for the Saints because it seems like they moved their picks around a little bit and they fell exactly where they wanted to.
I know what you're thinking right now. I know.
Are you thinking what I'm
I am
thinking?
thinking exactly what you're thinking.
Because this is exactly, Drew Brees retired a couple years ago.
Yep.
Their past quarterback they signed and Jameis Winston tore his ACL last year. He's recovering. Didn't they re-sign him?
Yes.
He's recovered.
He's
recovering.
recovering. He's recovering.
still.
Recovered.
So if he's recovered, we'll give him a year to teach and work with Liberty's quarterback, Malik Willis. I think that's the perfect draft.
That makes no
Saints
sense. That really makes
in
no
that
sense.
situation. They need a quarterback. They do not feel comfortable with Jameis
They do
Winston.
not need a quarterback.
Jameis Winston, you have no idea what he's going to bring to you this season. Yeah, if he does good, maybe halfway you flip him. Maybe after that he gets an awesome deal. But you need a young guy to spark this franchise. They did exactly that. They go get their man.
I agree 100% with
Fell
you.
right to him.
Right-
Every
fell right
team
to
in
him.
front of them were a little off.
I think that's a terrible pick. Like you're shocked at my pick. Like that's gotta be your worst pick of the day.
Well, they probably would have.
I think that's an awesome pick. I think all Saints fans are clapping their hands and cheering around the world.
They probably take Garrett Wilson in real life when they're actually on the clock. they probably
If
take Garrett
Malik
Wilson.
Willis is there, like this mock draft had put him,
They
they
him.
take him.
There's
no
no
matter
question.
what. If Malik Willis is there and 2 picks ahead of him, they trade up.
Yeah.
I don't. If Malik Willis is still there by the Saints are sniffing around, they're moving up.
That's fine. This is no mock trade though.
I mean,
No trade mock.
well, they
They
didn't
didn't
have
need
to.
one.
Fell to
That's
him.
what I'm saying.
All right, Colin, with the next pick, the Los Angeles Chargers select.
I think you know where I'm going here.
I
Need a
think this is.
quarterback.
I think this is awesome.
You think the Lions or the Chargers need a quarterback?
I think this is
If
exactly
the Saints
where,
do, the
I think-
Chargers do.
I think this draft fell right in their hands, right exactly where they want them. They get their choice of they could take a wide receiver, they could go cornerback or defensive lineman or tackle. But for me, I think I'm going to take a tackle. I'm going to go with the big boy out of Northern Iowa, Trevor Penning.
Yes, the Chargers go back-to-back drafts where their lineman just falls right into their lap.
Yes.
I
and
mean,
you-
the Chargers have been smelling around a couple different guys who they think are going to fall, like a Stingley because of injury,
yes.
and other sorts. But Jameson Williams because of injuries. But this draft has them going higher. They end up getting their man. You know, a lot of the tackles were taken early, forgot about. I think the best one falls to them again, just like last year.
I do
Tackles
too.
were taken early.
I
You
feel-
know, Panay went early, top 10 pick, and then
Yes.
falls right around.
I feel like that's a great pick for them. They're going to Slater plays what, left or right?
left tackle.
Left side. Yep. So you get Norton Storm.
Storm Norton,
Storm
get the
Norton,
hell
get
out
out of there.
here.
And you put Trevor Penning over there, and you build a nice pocket over there for Justin Herbert.
And that's beautiful because this division's full of defense. too.
Yes. This
And a lot of quarterbacks.
Max
in
Crosby
there, too.
switched after his first drive on Rashad and never went back to 2 games and played against the other side. And I don't nothing against him. It's a
No.
smart game plan.
Oh yeah, they got to switch.
You have to switch him. You have to put him on someone who's not as good because that's how you're gonna win.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Eagles are back on the clock.
Yep.
Right back to you, Trevor.
Let me go see what picks.
I'm gonna
like-
go cornerback Trent McDuffie out of Washington. They need corner help. I already got a wide receiver earlier. Trent McDuffie to Washington or to the Eagles, and they got a corner and wide receiver duo right there.
I think that's a great pick right there for
And
that
you-
guy to fall in your lap.
You want to know what's funny is because Shenny had an awesome pick that fell into his lap, but a couple picks ago when he said the Saints and he critiqued my Malik Willis and he said, in real life, they take Garrett Wilson here.
Yep.
Well, in this mock draft, they took their quarterback they needed and we got Garrett Wilson. And that just made boom, boom, Saints splash this draft. And I feel absolutely confident now. And I know Steeler fans around the world are angry because those are 2 guys that
Angry?
you see fall to them because they're sitting here with the next pick with Colin on the board.
We got the best quarterback available still.
Best quarterback available.
Yeah. Clearly, you guys are not looking who I'm looking because
You're saying Sam Howell's the best quarterback available.
Desmond Ritter? Are you shitting me?
Desmond Ritter does not go first round.
I guarantee this. If this is how the draft goes, I guarantee the Steelers pick.
That's not how the draft's gonna go.
I don't think the Steelers take him either.
And I wouldn't.
That early.
I don't think so either. I think he's more of a late first round, early second.
I know exactly who I think the Steelers should pick.
Oh, let me guess. You guys are
Oh,
gonna say
quarterback
Matt
wise?
Ariza.
No.
Matt Ariza is going in the
fourth.
4th round. 4th round. He's going 4th round.
That's funny. No, if I'm the Steelers, I take a Tyler Linderbaum. He's absolutely awesome. Center. The Steelers need to build an O-line. Pouncey retired a couple years ago. Flaky since then. Linderbaum is an absolute monster. He's dirty. He's angry. He's everything you want to build your young offensive lineman around. That's if I'm Steelers Nation, I want a dog. Bring back the steel curtain. We got dogs in the freaking trenches.
Yep, that's who.
No, if I'm the Steel Curtain, I'm waiting until the 3rd round because if you look in history, 3rd to 7th round, the Steelers produce multiple All-Pro guys.
A lot of teams do.
A lot of teams do, not just
Only like one. The Steelers and maybe the other team you probably would say is the Patriots.
I mean, yeah, Patriots, the Seahawks, their entire Super Bowl run came from like 3rd picks and later.
Yes.
Russell was like a 4th pick. Sherman was a third round, like
Fifth.
fifth
I
round.
think he was fifth.
Earl Thomas might have
Or
been the
Thomas
third round or
might have been
something.
third.
I don't know.
They were all late.
They were all late and undrafted guys.
Yep. But yeah, I think it's gonna be between Tyler Lindenbaum or Bernard Rahman for the tackle. I think I'm gonna go with Bernard Rahman here.
That's smart. Another offensive lineman.
Yeah, offensive lineman. You can never go wrong with the offensive lineman. And I think that the Steelers last year with Big Ben back there, Big Ben was getting clobbered day in and day out over there. And they're going to need some help over there to help out. Who's over there right now? What quarterback?
Fucking, I love to kiss titties, Mitch Trubisky.
Oh, really? Well, then if he wants to kiss any more titties, he's going to have someone block for him. So that's why I'm going with Bernard Rahman, pick number 20 to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I mean, I'm not mad at that, but I also think Mitch is a tad bit more agile than Big Ben was the last 5 years. So don't get me wrong, O-line is hell important, but I think Mitch can get out of maybe a couple more sacks than Ben. Maybe he has a little more time.
Yeah, but that's all right. You still need as much as you can because it's not just the quarterback that's going to get clever back there. The running back will too, even though it's Najee. Najee's like a freaking truck.
All right, enough with
bus
the
2.0.
Steelers. Chenny, you're on the clock with the New England Patriots.
New England Patriots. They're probably going to draft a defense because that's all Bill Belichick wants to do is fucking draft defense. So let's go with linebacker I'm seeing here is Devin Lloyd out of Utah.
All right, good pick. Good pick. All right, we got the Green Bay Packers. And, I think they're kind of a little upset at this point. A lot of the top wide receivers are simply off the board. And there's a lot of teams later in the draft that need wide receivers heavy.
Yeah, I'm not seeing too many wide receivers left. We've taken a bunch of them right now. You still see them going wide receiver right here.
Yes.
You do.
Oh. I mean, you lose Davonte Adams.
Yeah.
You lose.
Or do you trade back to get another?
No, you can't screw Aaron here in this situation.
Yeah.
You got the 22 and the 28th pick.
And I think if you're an NFL receiver
Pickens out of Georgia for wide receiver for the Packers.
Who?
George Pickens.
Oh.
Out of Georgia.
A absolute dog.
The Packers need wide receivers bad. You lose Davonte, but you also lose the guy with the two last names.
Valdez-Scantling.
Yeah, there you go.
To the
Marcus
Chiefs.
Valdez-Scantling. You lose him to the Chiefs. So they don't have their one and their two option.
Yep. And tight end is still recovering from the ACL injury.
Yes. I know they're trying
Personally, I think Aaron Rodgers will make all those guys so good because that's how good he is. But that's just me.
I agree. But you also haven't seen him without Davonte Adams
for a long time. But before that, he was making. I have never heard of Jordy Nelson before that. But
yeah, but before that, he had Jordy Nelson. Jordy Nelson was balling for years.
I know, but before, I had to know who Jordy Nelson was, and he turned Jordy Nelson to a star.
Yeah, I got you.
All right. We got the Cardinals on the clock.
All right. I'm up. I think Cardinals here. I think it's a no-brainer right here, actually. So the Cardinals last year traded with the Las Vegas Raiders and got Rodney Hudson from them. An all-pro veteran guy, but he's getting up there in age. And I think the offensive line position for the Cardinals is going to be very big part of their offense moving the ball because how much Kyler moves in the pocket. So Tyler Lindenbaum, I think, is the must pick right here for him. So I'm going to go with Tyler Lindenbaum, center out of Iowa.
I think that's an awesome pick. 3 pressures allowed in 2020, highest graded FBS center in both 2020, 2021. He's a stud. He's a big boy for a center, 6'2", 300. And he's young. He's a junior getting drafted, 22. I think he's tremendous. He's the best center. And, that can move Hudson to the guard, or you could start him at guard in his career and, a little bit easier than center. So either way, I think this helps. Hudson is obviously a stud. I really like Rodney, but he's getting up there in age, like you said. And I think that kick him over to guard will only lengthen his career.
I agree.
Shenny, You got the boys. Cowboys are on the clock.
The boys, huh? Did anyone pick Jermaine Johnson?
No Jermaine Johnson so
Jerry
far.
Jones just did.
Jerry Jones did.
Yeah, I know they lost Leo Collins and they lost another offensive lineman, but I think their offense is high powered enough to like score enough. I think if you can limit the other team from scoring, I think that's going to help them, the Cowboys. I think if you can get their defense top notch, I might as well stack it. Micah Parsons was obviously a hit last year, but I think they go Jermaine Johnson here. I think he's the best available guy on the board.
I think that's a great pick right there. Some analysts got him going in like the top 15, top 10. He's one of those guys who came from a 4-year, went to a junior college.
I think the Cowboys the perfect fit for him like that too.
Like, too. I think it's
bounce back.
Fits the Cowboys narrative to a T.
Yes.
They like drafting the guys with the little storyline to a little edge.
Yep.
Yeah.
A little under the covers.
Terrell Owens. Shout out Terrell Owens catching a pass from Johnny Football.
Yeah, that was awesome. I'm up next with the Buffalo Bills, and I think they need some interior linemen. So Davonte Wyatt out of Georgia. I mean, he's one of the top ranked guys left on the board. D linemen are hit and miss, so I think that they could skip this and go somewhere else definitely in this spot, but I think this helps out their defense a lot.
You said Davonte Wyatt?
Yes.
Yeah, Georgia.
All right.
That's the third Georgia D lineman taken in the first round.
I mean, hey, they had a shit ton of them.
They do. All right. So we'll go on to the 26th pick for the Tennessee Titans. If my stats are correct, they're looking for some offensive line help over there and some help on the end over there. And I think with one of the top guys available still is going to be George Karlaftis out of Purdue. He's a young guy. He's a junior, 21 years old, 6'2", got that long frame. Perfect little speed on him too, getting around the edges. But I think he'll be great over there with Tennessee. They still got Bud Dupree over there too.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So Bud Dupree can help him out a little bit, teach him the ropes of how the NFL works over there and teach him some little pointers and stuff.
Definitely.
All right, Tom Brady over there. Bucks are on the clock, Mr. GM.
Well, since Tom Brady fake retired and then came back, I don't need to draft a quarterback here because I have Tom Brady. So I'm going to go the other side of the ball because Tom Brady's so good. I'm going to go cornerback Roger McCreary out of Auburn. I think that's a great pick, and the Bucks need corner help bad because they swung and a miss on, I forgot his name. He got released. The guy from Florida, Hargreaves. He sucks.
He was junk.
I think they swung and missed with that pick as well. He wasn't as high on my board as he was there. Looks like I got Packers again.
Packers again.
I would like for them to take another wide receiver here, but they are not very high on drafting wide receivers, so I don't think they draft 2 in the first round.
They aren't. You saw them a few years ago. They took Jordan Love.
Yeah, they haven't drafted wide receiver in like 20 years.
20 years, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So I think they only go 1. They make it early a statement. Then the second time around, we're taking Zion Johnson out of Boston College. I think he's the best remaining offensive lineman on the board. And he's a big interior lineman. That's what they need. I think that's a perfect fit. The last couple of years, they've been losing offensive linemen left and right. Their center goes and sides with the Chargers. Their tackle a couple of years before went signed with the Chargers. Their left tackle, David, always gets hurt. Bakhtiari was hurt all year last year, comes back, misses the rest of the season. I think them drafting an offensive lineman young, I think that's a great pick. He's a big boy too. 6'3", 312.
Oh yeah.
All right. So I got the first of the Kansas City Chiefs at pick 29. They got back-to-back picks right here. I think after them trading their playmaker, Tyreek Hill, the burner, off to the Miami Dolphins. I think they go out and get their new burner. And Western Michigan, Sky Moore. I think the guy fell right in their lap. He's also a young guy. He's a redshirted sophomore. He's only 21, but I think he's a great guy to get right here. Last year he had over 1,200 receiving yards and 10 touchdowns. He doesn't got the big old frame. He's only 5'10", but that's how big Tyreek Hill was. So we'll see what he's got going over there. He's got a burner on him too. So I feel like they got their guy fell right in their lap right here.
Definitely. That's who my thing has them picking too. Sky Moore.
Perfect.
Well, since I'm also the Chiefs, I think you gotta go defense here. I'm probably going either D-line or corner. I don't know if there's any good D linemen. I might even go linebacker. I like the dude from Michigan, Ojabwa, whatever his name is.
David?
I like him. Yeah, I like him. So I think I'm gonna go him. Fuck
He's,
it. Fuck the
He's
Chiefs.
hurt.
Oh, fuck good.
All right.
Chiefs are drafting injury guys now.
All right. Well, you just took the 30th pick, so I'm up with 31.
Yep. You got
I got the Bengals.
the jungle.
Well, now I'm not too sure where they're gonna go.
They
My
need quarterback.
graphic on here. They just redid their offensive line in the free agency. They signed like 3 offensive linemen.
Great guys.
And I think I'm gonna go defense here. I think Andrew Booth Jr. sitting
I
there,
love it.
him to fall all the way. He's ranked 23 on this mock draft, but I think Booth Jr. absolutely is a stud. 6 foot, 195 pounds. I mean, he was a stud for Clemson. Absolute stud. 162 tackles. He's a all-around corner. That's a lot of tackles.
Yes, great. And he's versatile too.
Lockdown, man. Lockdown. A lot of interceptions in his career too. So I think this is going to be a perfect pick for
I
Clemson.
think great spot for him. He's got that long, lengthy body too over there. He's 6 foot, long arms, and a young guy, so he's got some time to learn, but he'll get it done over there in that system.
Love it.
So it looks like I'm wrapping it up right here with the last pick in the first round with the Detroit Lions. I think this draft just went perfect for them. They got their guy of the future right here. They can go out and get him. It's going to be quarterback Sam Howell out of UNC.
Boo.
I mean, everyone sees them taking a quarterback there in the last pick. I think that's absolutely where they're going to go. Whichever quarterback's left on the board is going to be taken.
Yes,
right
I
there.
think that's whatever. It doesn't matter what quarterback's there. They're going to take a quarterback right there, I feel. Or they could, if how we drafted, they could take the linebacker out of Georgia. I'm not even going to
Kobe Dean.
Yeah, Nakobe Dean. He's a great linebacker too. I'm surprised actually that he did not get drafted in the first 32 picks. But that's because we went a little bit quarterback heavy in this draft, which
Probably why we're not NFL GMs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that probably. You're probably right.
Well, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Thanks, Collin, for being out here.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Doing
Appreciate
a mock
it.
draft with us. This is fun. The actual draft, not a mock, is Thursday night. Padres play in the morning, so we won't be missing that game for sure.
Perfect.
The draft, I hope we do actually fairly well. I'm gonna be keeping up on our picks and see how well or how close we did. If the guys, I mean, you're never perfect. No draft analyst has ever been perfect on a mock draft. I think
Until
last
now.
year, yeah, until now. I think last year was actually pretty close because it seemed like the quarterbacks just fell to their teams and picks fell in the duck.
And then wide receivers are just so deep that if they didn't get their number one guy, they got the second guy that they wanted just because how many guys that were available.
Exactly. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the trades that happen because nothing usually comes up before the draft, and then all of a sudden draft day, it's different, different vibe,
It
different
happens,
experience.
a bunch of players start getting moved around in trades, picks getting thrown out there, stuff like that, and that's the best part of the draft is all the drama getting shaken up and all that.
And if I am drafting with the Steelers, I'm picking Malik Willis. Just letting you guys know.
They're letting me know.
What happens if he goes before?
He won't. I promise he won't.
I mean, this draft he went to the Saints, and they absolutely love their pick.
We're gonna trade up for the Commanders pick.
I offered you the trade.
I wasn't the Steelers GM.
Well, I was.
Boom!
I was the GM of both teams. What am I supposed to do?
You
Boom!
should, Shinny. You were supposed to
Boom.
just throw it out
He
there.
did no. That's why he asked you, Shinny.
Boom!
He wanted to hear you say it.
I wanted to hear you.
I don't
say
do
that.
mock. I don't do mock trades. I don't do
No mock
mock trades.
All right,
I get it, because I mean we don't really know like all the compensation for picks and stuff like that,
Yeah, exactly.
and how much they're worth
everything's
and stuff
different.
like that. It's all everybody
Draft
views it all differently. Even all the NFL teams all view it all differently. It just
And there's always stuff that us senior draft analysts don't know as much as like the guys teams drafting them.
exactly.
Like there's always shit that comes out after, and I'm like, oh, wish I would have knew that 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
like the draft last year, no one thought Joke was going to go in the second round or Trevon Moehrig was going to go in the second round. We all thought they were first
Yeah.
15 pick guys.
Oh
Yeah, and that one dude on the Raiders drafted Leatherwood.
Exactly.
Dead
Thank
ass.
you. Yeah.
He was
that
like
guy
a
too.
third. He was like a third round guy. I thought
He
all
had
of
a
sudden,
third round grade.
Yeah, that
First-
guy just a big
first
dude.
round.
They just wanted a big dude over there, and now they slid him inside, and now they're trying to slid him back outside. So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right, nothing wrong with being average. Like, comment, subscribe. Check us out everywhere. Deuces.
Peace.